Hello students and welcome to our portfolio project. So this video is going to be a brief tutorial on making your portfolio on a site called Google Sites. And in order to use Google Sites, you have to have a Gmail account. If you already have a Gmail account, fantastic. If you don't, you need to sign up for a free Gmail account, which we will be using for this entire project. Okay, now the assumption is you have your Gmail account, and when you do, of course, you go to Google, and up in the top right-hand corner, there is this waffle icon. Go ahead and click on it for the different Google apps. Later on, Google Sites will just keep appearing because you're using it, but right now it's buried, so you have to click on here, even more from Google, okay? And then it will have all their product news, it will have all this stuff. Just go all the way to the bottom, all the way to the bottom. And what we're looking for is all of the icons that appear in a row, and they're going to be in alphabetical order. So you can see here are all the icons, and we're looking for sites, S-I-T-E-S. So it's this blue and gray one right here. Go ahead and open that. When you do, you're on your Google Sites page logged under your current Gmail address. And to begin your site, you go down here to the bottom right-hand corner where there is the multicolor rainbow plus sign, and you're going to create a new site. So that's the first step. Now it's loading and it's making the site. And this is just such a simple program to use. It's very user-friendly. The first thing that you should do is up here at the very top where it says Untitled Site, you're going to give it a name, which is going to be your name in the portfolio. So this is going to be Caterina Caravaggio's portfolio. So go ahead, that's what other people will see it called, okay? And so now it's saving it as that. And this is your header. So again, I would call it the same thing, Caterina Caravaggio. If we could spell it right, web portfolio. You can use this for different purposes. If you ever want to create your own website, of course, you can do that too. So Caterina Caravaggio's portfolio, and you click off. Now you see the background is this gray kind of triangles. If you want to change that, go over to themes, click on themes, and notice I can select different options for how I want that header to look. And not only can you change the header, you can change the colors and so forth. So when you find the one you like, and again, this is just playtime, find the one that you like, and you're finished with the theme. Now, when we're ready for the next little area, you might want to insert a divider. So the way that you do that is always go to the Insert tab, Insert, and you scroll down a bit to where it says Divider, and that will separate the different sections of your portfolio of your website. Now we're ready to start entering the different sections, and I'm just going to show you in general. Of course, for our website you have a lot of sections like your academic background, your work experience, your volunteerism, your collegiate activities, and so forth. So let's just say that you're going to have 5 different sections that come next. So you see over here on the right where it has the different layouts. You can, for example, have a picture and then writing, or 2 pictures and writing, very similar to PowerPoint, how they have the different options. So for right now, I'm just going to pick one of the layouts, and let's say this is the layout where I'm going to have my own professional photo, and then I'm going to have a quote. Okay, so what you can do first of all is, let's say the quote is, I'm going to be an education major, so my quote, I'm just going to type it right in there. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. And you add your quote marks, and maybe you go ahead and put the author, which is William Butler Yeats. And my little, there we go. Okay, so I have it. Now, of course, you can make it as aesthetically pleasing as you'd like. You can highlight it and then center it, for example. You can change that it's a, for example, you can change that it is maybe perhaps a heading instead of a title, so it's a little bit smaller. And when you're finished, you just click off it, okay? Maybe you want to move it around. Maybe you want to make it smaller, right? So you can actually drag it, make it smaller, and maybe now I want to hit enter. So there's a lot of things you can activate it and move it. But now we're ready to enter the picture. So you just click on the plus sign, and then you can upload a picture, you can select an image, you can upload it from your drive. You can also see here later if you want to insert a YouTube video and so forth, or a map. You have all of those options as well. For right now, I'm going to upload my own professional photo. So it just goes to your documents and you open, and it inserts the picture. Now you'll notice my picture's cut off, so if you ever need to change and alter the size of the picture, you can definitely do that. Just grab a hold of it until it enters the size that is appropriate that you want, and you're good to go. Okay, now that looks really stark. It looks very white. And so if you go over here to the left-hand side, you can actually change the background. So again, you can have it gray with emphasis 1. You can have it kind of black with emphasis 2. But one of the most fun things to do is select an image, and you can upload, again, a background image that you have, or you can select an image. And I like doing that select an image. You go into this whole gallery. I usually hit the search tab, and when I do, let's say I'm looking for things that have, I don't know, kind of a nature theme. So I can do a search for nature, and let's say I want kind of this picture to be my background. I just select it, and it will change the background, and it will also, you see right here in the corner, it's adjusting the text to match the background so you can actually see everything. Okay, now let's say you're ready for your next section. You might again select the divider, and it separates it. And this time, let's say you want to pick a layout that has 3 elements. You can definitely do that. And again, you can change all the same things. You can change the backgrounds to an actual image. Again, you're selecting a background. Let's say we want to go with a nature theme again, but we're going to select a different picture. Let's say we go with that picture. It changes the background. And then let's say you want to, again, you can add images, right? And if you don't have your own images that you want to upload, let's say you want to select an image. And in this case, you want to put something about education because you're going to be a teacher. So you do a search for education, and you really like this image right here. So you select it. Again, it kind of makes it distorted. So what you have to do is you just have to adjust the picture, and you can see I just made a mistake. I accidentally clicked off it. So you just move it right back there. And when you do, you can adjust the image. See, I'm going to make it so I can actually see education, right? There we go. Made these other images smaller. And then maybe here I want to enter some data. I can type, for example. Okay. You can always make these areas larger, like the entire section larger. Just kind of hit enter, and it will move your information down to create a bigger section. Okay, what else do we need to show you how to do? If you go over here on the side, you'll notice that you have a lot of options of other things that you can add, right? That you can embed, like YouTube, calendars, maps. You can upload your own documents and so forth. Okay, so let's go ahead and add another section. So we're going to put a divider. Okay, we're going to add a divider. And after we've added the divider, let's say now I want to put another layout that looks like this, but instead of having the picture on the left and the writing on the right, I want to move my picture over here. Okay, that's no big deal. And then you can, again, change the background to an image. Maybe this time you just want a gray background. You can add your picture and so forth. But this time, let's go ahead and add a YouTube video. Okay, so this time, let's go to YouTube and say I want to do a search for grit, because I want a grit video. We did one on passion and perseverance. There it is. So you just select that video, and right there, it will embed the video into your portfolio. What else do I need to show you how to do? How about we also want to add a subpage? So this is the home page, but if you want to add a subpage, you can see this is the home, but if I want to add a subpage, what I do is I click on Add Subpage, and you're going to be creating one for our course, which is either College Success or Learning Frameworks. And all you do is add the page, right? And so it's going to add a little subcategory. So you have a subpage. Every time you go to this home tab, then you're going to go to the Learning Framework page, and you see it's a whole different web page. So we can go back to the home page, and then we can go back to the Learning Framework page. When you are totally done with your site, what you're going to want to do is publish it. So that is up here in the top right-hand corner. Don't get nervous. It's not final. If you ever want to unpublish it and then republish it, you can do it a million times. So let's go ahead and say we're going to publish this site, right? And when you're finished publishing it, you just hit the word publish. It processes it. And then when you're ready to share it with your instructor, what you do is you click on this copy publish site link, and then you copy that link, and that's the URL you're going to submit to me in Blackboard. Okay, I thought of one more additional feature that we need to show you. So remember when we created your learning framework or college success class, so we're going to go ahead to that. You're also going to be uploading your work for this class. So let's say that you're going to insert another layout that has all of this, and you're going to have all of your activities or all of your reflective journals. So let's say this is the journal called The Lesson of the Butterfly. You type the name of the assignment, and when you're ready, when you're ready to add a document, you're going to have to make sure that it's in your Google Drive. So I'm going to go ahead over to the Google Drive area, and you're going to go ahead and go to your Google Drive. And once you're in your Google Drive, of course, you're going to upload your documents. So let's say I want to upload an entire folder that has all of my activities in it from this class. So I'm going to upload that folder, and it has 32 different files that it's going to upload, including, your grit and your GPA and your course numbering system. So it's going to upload all of those. You can see it's now saying it's uploaded them. I'm very happy with that. So it's now here. You can see this folder called activities, and if I open it, all of my assignments are there. So now I'm going to go back to my portfolio, and let's say I click on this and I want to add a file from the drive. So in this case, I would go into the activity folder and I would look for the file that is called Lesson of the Butterfly. Now, instead of uploading the reflective journals, I accidentally uploaded the activity. So let's say that instead I want to upload the activity, the college plan. You just click on it, say insert, and it will upload it. Now, I'm going to change the name because it's not Lesson of the Butterfly. It's called My College Plan. And that, my friends, is how you upload your different assignments so they appear. This was just a very brief tutorial to help you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me.